The start of the week. Where do we go next? Is this the end? Are we going to 5K? Hello Adrian, and welcome back once again. It's another episode tonight of the Dang Oracle. Yesterday I was not feeling well at all. I was pretty sick, to be honest. Suddenly major headache, and just had felt like I had COVID, but I don't think I have. Just so yeah. And besides, the price didn't the Bitcoin price didn't move at all. It was a Sunday anyways, so it was a good time for me to curl up in bed and just take a rest for a little while. Up. Hi guys. 1 second. Let me wait a little bit until the chats are here. Yep. Hi Nikolai. Hi Darren. Hi Cedric. Hi Lex. Hi Gita. Hi Mongol. Yeah, I do feel a lot better now. I mean, I basically stayed in bed for pretty much the whole day, and had drank some hot soup and hot water all the time. So everything is a lot better now. Anyways, let's go on. Hi Peter, welcome. Let's go on and check out some numbers on the COVID situation. Chup. So for the US, we are over 2 million right now, at close to 2.1 million. Brazil is nearing that 1 million mark, and Russia is over 500,000, and all the other European countries around 300,000, with India that's peaking up above 300,000 as well. So let's take a look on how it looks on the charts. No, I haven't had the haircut yet, Nikolai. I feel like a troll right now. That's what my wife actually called me this morning. Before I took a shower, she said I'm starting to look like a troll. I had thanks for all the well wishes, by the way, guys. I do feel a lot better now. That's why we have our Gatorade, and things are much better with Gatorade. We are over 7.7 million cases in total. The chart is still looking pretty bad, by the way. Still no flattening of the curve. US still bad. Brazil definitely bad. Russia as well, pretty bad. India very bad. I don't know what happened to this chart here, but pretty bad. Spain and Italy slowing down. So same situation. Other countries are not doing that well, while European countries are doing better. Let's put it like that. So because it's Monday, let's start with some news first before we move into the technical analysis. So we've talked about this already. So the Federal Reserve announced changes to the Main Street lending program. They are saying basically we will just keep everything as if, and we will hold the interest rate at 0 to 0.25%. A lot of loans are going to be heading done towards like small companies. Oh, 1 second, let me turn off that sound before more sounds are coming in. And there will be more, support towards households and businesses over the next couple of months, and they will increase, of course, the holdings of the treasuries and the securities and residential and commercial mortgage-backed securities. So everything is they're trying to basically keep on doing what they have been doing, and hopefully it will maintain the situation as it is right now. But obviously those changes are the same as we kind of expected. So they are lowering the minimum amount of loan for certain loans to 250,000 instead of 500,000, raising the maximum loans for all facilities, and repayment schedule to begin after 2 years instead of 1 year, and extending the term to 5 years from 4 years. So basically, you can loan something, and only after 2 years you have to start paying it back instead of 1 year. So it's quite it's quite a good deal. And to be honest, by doing that, maybe they will actually be delaying the crash a little bit even longer, right? Maybe to 2021 is not going to be the year. Maybe it's going to be 2022 if they start telling people, yeah, you can just keep everything and only start paying back in 2 years. So all of this is quite interesting. They're really doing everything they can to save the economy. So here, but the FED does. Let me turn off that sound in case it starts playing. So the FED does warn that that the economic damage from the coronavirus could be quite persistent. So they did release a new report that they could face persistent damage because of the coronavirus, and that the path ahead is extraordinarily uncertain. So even though they are, doing trillions and trillions of dollars towards the coronavirus, they still are saying that they are, even after the recovery of the virus, there are still a significant number of Americans who could remain unemployed. So they are still, as you can see, trying to find more virus relief and so on and so on. So although they're saying that they are trying to do whatever they can, they still want to do even more. Hi Gail. Yes, Endor, I'm perfectly fine right now. Well, not perfectly fine, but I'm feeling a lot better now. So moving on. The EU, Europe is going to start opening up in June and July now. If you can see this chart right now, these are the countries that are partially open. These are the countries that are closed, and these are the countries that are open. So they are trying to find some way to lift the borders and then start to lower the travel restrictions by the end of the month. So normally by July, in Europe, will be able to be traveling once again. So, but there are still some countries that are, of course, whenever you travel somewhere, there is a quarantine of a 2-week period. So that's pretty annoying, to be honest. Traveling somewhere and then have to be self-quarantining yourself for 2 weeks. That's not really a trip, isn't it? Right? So still, only fly if you really have to, I guess. But they're moving towards a normal functioning of the Schengen countries. So by July, normally things in Europe should be starting to open as well, the borders and everything and so on, and like in most of the other countries. So that's when we should start be looking at potentially the second wave or something like that around July, August, somewhere like that. So that kind of does match a little bit where I do think that we will have a major pullback in the stock market, most likely after the summer. Because right now, like I've explained it before, I still think that this is just a standard pullback. I don't really think that we will crash down all the way. But crazier things have happened. So I'm not here to. That's just my personal opinion. I still think that, like I said, every FED is still going to do everything they can for the next couple of months or something like that, couple of weeks, months, to keep everything as stable as possible. Definitely on the stock market, and just keep pumping in money. So. This for me was quite interesting as well. Thailand accelerates the 5G development to ignite post-COVID economic recovery. So they want to improve on their internet and improve on their telecommunications, and they will try to have 5G implemented in the whole country. That's pretty cool, because fast internet is always great, because they say that it will help recover the country after the epidemic, and it will bring advantages and initiatives to Thailand's construction and economic recovery after epidemic. Faster internet, of course, they want people to be working from home. They want people to be working on online, and is in the most convenient and the most fast way as possible, right? If there's no fast internet, there's no way that people can be doing something, doing calls, video calls, FaceTime, Zoom calls, and so on, right? Or working online, like what I am doing. Basically, making sure that everything is streamlined. So that's pretty cool. I hope other countries will be doing the same thing. Invest in tech department. And yeah, talking about tech department, just wanted to show this chart. It has gone down a little bit now already, but we can see here, Tesla right now is the most valuable car company. It broke the market cap of 189 billion at when the stock price went to $1,000. It dropped back down now, of course, already because of the market that pulled back. But yeah, it went over $1,000 per share, meaning their market cap was over 189 billion, which is more than Toyota, as you can see. So Tesla was for a little time the most valuable car company in the world, which was pretty cool to see, to be honest. But yeah, of course, this kind of shows how psychology of people and how emotionally the market is driven by the retail people, because obviously they see that SpaceX launch went really well, so they assume that yeah, everything that the CEO does is going to be turning into gold, right? So Tesla is now the next step that people are buying. So the FAD suggesting the next stimulus will be digital dollar will have any benefit. Well, yes and no. How do I look at it? Well, it's always like that, right? People will try to centralize it. The same as in China, same as in the US, same as in Europe, to be honest, as well. For the people who don't know, even the EU, the European is building a cryptocurrency or a digital cryptocurrency money. How do I know it? I'm actually, for the people who don't know, I'm actually advising for the Belgian government for a cryptocurrency project. So I'm actually involved in that as well, because I am interested in bringing cryptocurrency or improving cryptocurrency. So I've been in talks with the Belgian government, because I'm Belgian, obviously. So I've been speaking to the Minister of Economy on like a bi-monthly basis, giving reports and giving ideas and thoughts, just advisory planning on how to do a cryptocurrency or a digital money, or how things work, because obviously these people know absolutely zero about crypto, and I've been involved in crypto for a pretty substantial amount of time already, not only with this project, but several projects already. So it will lead to that. It will go to that first. They will always, governments are going to be doing what governments do, and governments will always try to control things, right? That's what governments do. They want to be your big daddy. They kind of want to say, like, we know better, because we have to protect yourself. So that doesn't surprise me. But the thing is, at one point, it's like the democracy, right? At one point, the power will be still going towards the people rather than towards the government. The government will have some sort of oversight function. I think that will always be there. But I think at one point, people will realize that there is a lot of value in decentralized economy as well. So do I think that's the reason why I think that Bitcoin, the technology, and Bitcoin itself could be a great store of value? Yes. But do I think that it will become the economy or the currency that everybody is going to be using? I don't think, at least not immediately. I think the first step will always be some centralized economy, because the people who are in power will never give up that power. They will do everything into their power to shut everything down at first. Yeah, I do believe that because they're doing something on the blockchain, using that will immediately create interest or awareness for other people, right? So if they are going to create a digital dollar, people will be looking into, hey, what's this cryptocurrency, what's this blockchain technology, what's, you know, that kind of stuff. So I do believe that it will create some sort of awareness, which is positive towards the cryptocurrency market either way. But do I believe that it will like suddenly like pump Bitcoin into to like millions of dollars? I don't think so. I really doubt it. I still think that we are in a very young and very, you know, small market for now. But yeah, it does bring some positive things towards the cryptocurrency. Yeah, Bitcoin is like I said, currently we are definitely not you know, we're just correlated towards the traditional market right now. It's just how it is. I know a lot of people want Bitcoin to be a hedge, want Bitcoin to be negatively correlated towards the stock market, but right now we're just an altcoin of the stock market. That's how I look at Bitcoin right now, and that's how Bitcoin is probably going to be for a substantial amount of time. Like I said, I don't think that will change. It's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is, well, there's so much money in the traditional markets, so a little bit of money of that is pouring into Bitcoin is, you know, it can let Bitcoin survive for a really long time, and then once it has survived for a long enough time, people will realize the value of it. So I mean, at least that's what I'm hoping. At one point, people will realize the value of it. Like I said, I think for the Bitcoin fans, they really want to push that idea that it is a very good store of value. You know, gold is horrible to be transporting or selling or whatever, you know, but gold is really, it's a, you know, it's such a huge market, while it's just, yeah, it's just the rock. Right, it's just the rock. So yeah, if we can bring, I think that's the way to go. It's we want to bring Bitcoin. We have to promote it as a store of value. I don't think we can use it as a currency. Well, we can, but it's still too slow. There are, of course, things that is happening on the back to be updating, but you know, that's what it is right now. I don't think, you know, we still have to go with like 5 to 10 years, I feel, before anything major, super major is going to be happening, I think. Oh shit, did I click something? I hope I didn't click something by mistake. Okay. Whew. I didn't click anything, right? Okay. But yeah, for now, we are correlated with the stock market. Nothing we can do about it. We just have to roll with it. Let's put it like that. 1 second. I clicked something. I'm just making sure that nothing is wrong. Okay. I don't think anything is wrong. Anyways, so well, yesterday we didn't talk about it, but Saturday, and actually all the previous days, we are talking about that pullback that we've been looking for around the 8,850 or the 8.9k level, and that's what we had today, right? And like I said, as long as we are not closing below this bullish channel, I'm okay. I'm actually very okay. So what did I do? Of course, like I told you guys, I longed it whenever we would be in that area, and of course I took a position here at around 8.9. Well, my entry is around 8.925 or something like that. Yeah. So I laddered in from 8,900 to 8,850. Sorry, from 8,950 to 8,900. It's a ladder there, so my entry is like around 8,925 or something like that. And yeah, here we are. We are at this bottom of this support line. What we want to be seeing right now is, of course, tomorrow is a daily close that is above this green line, or the EMA 55, and of course above this channel of this line. Yes. But yeah, that's what we have been talking about, and I do believe that we will get at least towards this near this green box once again, and that's where all the questions will be answered basically. If we are able to be breaking back above this green box, yes or no. If we can break back above this green box, then we will have a reversal of the pattern, and if we don't, if we start, like I said, if we start closing below this channel, then it's pretty much over. I'll be switching over into a short. Like I said, you don't have to be right, you just have to make money. That's basically what a trader is all about. So if I see that things are not going my way, and I see that the price is starting to close below this channel, then it's just over. It's time to switch over into a short. So we are kind of prepared for all of these scenarios before already, right? So what are we looking at right now in the short term is, of course, seeing if there is some divergences, right? So what can we see on the 4 hour? If we are looking on the RSI, we can clearly see that we are forming some bullish divergence here. See, the price is making a lower low, while the RSI is making a lower high. Higher low, sorry. I always confuse those things. And if we are looking at our cheat sheet, we can see that this is bullish regular divergence. So price makes a lower low, and the RSI is making a higher low, right? So we have some bullish divergence forming here. So that's the reason, obviously. Not only that is the reason why I entered my long, is because, of course, we can see that RSI is very, very low right now. And not only that, if we check our oscillator, our Hertz oscillator on the smaller time frames, we can clearly see here that we have that red signal on the bottom, which means bottomy, or basically a local bottom on the oscillator as well. So because of all of those reasons, and because we have always been talking about that zone already, I told you guys that for me that's an automatic long, because I do believe that at least even if we don't break this resistance, we should get at least a small bounce towards near this green box as well. And not only that, for the people who love gap trading on the CME chart, we can also see that we have a small gap here on the CME chart between 9,450 and 9,400 basically. So around the 9,450 on the CME chart, which is there's currently around only $50 difference between the CME chart and the spot price. So around 9.4k. And what do you know? 9.4k is, yes, this green box here. So so I do believe that we should get a fill of that gap if you believe in the CME. But not only that, because of the bullish divergence, I do believe that we will get at least a little bounce towards the 9.4k. Am I 100% sure? Obviously I'm not 100% sure. That's why we have our stop losses and our secondary plan. What's our secondary plan? Obviously is to be shorting if we get closest below this spike that we had before, but to be really sure, I would go with this doji candle here, if we get a close below this doji candle, that's where my stop loss is right now. This 8,686, that's where my stop loss is right now. Yeah, if price moves down below that price, I will instantly switch over into a short and close my position, right? So and I'll be aiming towards the 8.1k, where we most likely will get some sort of a small bounce on the 8.1k. 1 second, where did I put the box here? No, the box is not there. I'll make a box now because the box was removed. So this level here. So I do believe that if we do break that that place, then we'll be most likely be heading towards this area here, like around this most likely a little bit lower, this this area here, to be honest. I don't know why this box is here. It's more like this cluster here. So around 7.9k is what I believe that the price is going to be going, and then eventually most likely will be going all the way down towards like 7.5k or something like that, which is this cluster here. There. So yeah, maybe this one a little bit higher here, this order block here. Okay, so yeah, 7,950 and then 7.5k. So that's basically what I'm expecting. If we are not holding this this channel here, and we break below this this doji candle here, I think it's over, and then we will most likely be heading, not immediately, but we'll be heading towards the 7.5k, and that's pretty much. I mean, I don't even think that 7.5k will be the end, but we'll see when we get there. Like I said, we just have to take it one step at a time. But like I said, I don't really believe that this will be the end for all the FED and all the support and this and that. I do believe that we will we will get most likely towards the 11.5k, but like I've explained it before, we will have this resolution most likely this month, where it's either going to be 11.5k or 7.5k, because we have been in building this structure for like yeah, close to 2 months now, right? 2 months now. So yeah, it's gonna break up or break down either way, and it's way more important for us to be creating a plan to be making money on that move, rather than speculating or hoping that okay, it's going down or it's going up or anything like that. So yeah, the plan is still pretty much the same, right? So if we manage to break up from this level here, the 9.4k ish area, we'll most likely head up towards the 9.8k. Once again, we are in the middle of the trade. It can range once again once we get back up there, if we get back up there, of course. If we break above this green box, obviously, like I said, this time most likely we'll be breaking the 10.5k, and if we break the 10.5k, there's nothing much stopping us to go all the way to 11.5k, to be honest. So 11.5k is still the bull area to be looking at. On the other hand, if we, like I said, if we break up below this green box, then most likely a little bounce here around the 8k area, and then eventually most likely 7.5k. So those are basically the two huge moves that we will be having this month. So rather than focusing on trying to guess like, okay, yes, it's for sure it's going to be 11.5k, or for sure it's going to be 7.5k. We just take the trades as what the market is showing us. And right now I'm just longing the bottom because this is a support level. I mean, like I said, this is a support level. This is the channel that we have been forming, and it makes more sense to be longing this support level, and we are forming some sort of a falling wedge. This can be a falling channel or a falling wedge, depends on how you look at things, right? Like something like this, and most likely probabilities are just higher that we break up from it back into our green box, right? So for me, it's just an automatic long for me. We've been talking about that zone for for a couple of more than a week, so we eventually got there. There is no hesitation on my part. You cannot hesitate. When you have a master plan, you just have to go with the master plan. You live or die with the master plan. That's basically it. But if the master plan goes wrong, it's way more important to make sure that you have a backup plan than just letting it roll, right? So this is the plan right now. I'm in a long from around 8,925 or something like that, lower 8.9k, and I'm expecting it to be going at least to filling the gap at the CME gap at around 9.4k, or this green box here. We have this falling wedge, also falling channel as well on the RSI. As you can see, if we do break below this channel, I mean, it says enough, right? I don't have to explain. But right now we are in this channel, and usually it breaks up, right? And if we are looking at the short-term time frames, as we can see, RSI is like insanely low, and our Hearst indicator is telling us that we are bottomy. See, bottomy. red markers is just bottomy. So I'm just following what my indicators are saying, following the plan that we have been setting up for the past week or something like that. So in a long right now, and so what's the plan? Well, the plan is, of course, waiting to see what happens on this area here at the 8.4K, 8.5K. If we manage to close back above the yellow line, or the EMA 21, which is at the 9,466 area right now, then things are looking good, and most likely we'll be breaking up and back towards the 9.8K, which is where things can go wrong very, very quickly once again. So what am I hoping at? Well, I hope to close my long around the 9.4K. That will be my first target. But obviously I'm hoping to put it a little bit higher at like 9,750-ish, something like that area, where we have spoken about it before on Saturday as well. 9,750, that will be my second target, but it all depends on what happens at the 9.4K ish area, where I'm expecting it will go to. If it doesn't go to, and it breaks down towards this green box, like I said, we already spiked down 1, 2, 3, 4 times towards this green box. I don't think the fifth time it's going to be holding. So I will just switch it over into a short, and aiming towards well, at first around this 8K ish area, but to be honest, I think a small bounce from there towards 8.4K, and then most likely dead cat bounce towards 7.5K. That is most likely what is going to be happening if we break down this green box. So the plan has always been there. The plan is still the same. So what I'm trying to say is focus on the big move rather than speculating on hoping that you are right. So I would rather be sure to make money rather than to be correct. Like if some people are just like so happy. I mean, I see it all the time. People are so happy. Oh, I called it. Yes, you see it. I called it. It went down to 9,000. Okay, dude, but did you make money? That's basically what I care about. Did you make money or not? So yeah, for me as a trader, I just care about the P&L. I really have no interest in like being right all the time or something like that. Of course, I love to be being right most of the times. That strokes my ego, but I would prefer to just make money. And right now, the big big money move is really the one going towards the 11.5K, or the one going towards the 7.5K. That's basically where the big money move is, and nothing has been decided because we are still in between this huge channel that we have been forming for the past month and a half or something like that. So let's see. Obviously, I'm still more bullish than bearish. This is still a channel that is going towards the upside, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people switched over into bearish mode because we went back down here. But on the technical analysis aspect, nothing has changed. We are still forming higher lows, right? This is a higher low. This is a higher low. This is a higher low. So technically still an uptrend, but things will be starting to look very, very bad very, very soon if we don't break upwards from this spot, and that we can see on our weekly charts. Boom, let's go to the weekly chart. So the weekly chart is looking like this. As you can see, it is starting to make a little curly down towards on the Stokes. And also our RSI on the weekly, as we can see, is going down towards our EMA. So we are here at this spot, right? If this week is going to be a bearish week and we break down below the EMA, it's over. But what the RSI can also do is bounce off from here and go back up, and then we are going towards the 10.5K. That's just how it is. So, but it has to happen relatively fast, because once again, we can see here, you can see the trend line on the Stokes on the 3-day, it has to start curling back up on the next close. The 3-day it's still a day and a half, so it's not tomorrow. So the day after, it has to be closing. The 2-day, as we can see, going down as well, right? Momentum going down. So as you can see here, on that kind of sort of like on that support line, we need it to be curling back up very, very quickly, or else we will be closing this below the EMA 21 on the 2-day chart by tomorrow. If that happens by tomorrow, things will look pretty bad very, very quickly. So 9,215 is a really, really, really very, very important number. So tomorrow, when the 2-day candle closes, we really want it to be above 9,215. So note that as well. In tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, when you wake up, just check that one out. Is the price above 9,215 for the 2-day close? Yes or no? For me, that'll tell me a lot more information on where this is going. But for now, things are still okay, right? Well, the daily, we've spoken that of already before. We want it to be closing above the EMA 55 or the green line, of course. That's basically what we are looking at. So what do I expect? Well, small bounce doesn't mean that we have to immediately bounce from here, but kind of expect it in the next couple of hours, definitely when the traditional markets open. Talking about the traditional markets, let's take a look on that. Traditional markets, as we can see, I was expecting that we would hit this green box here, which what I was showing on Saturday, I think, but we got very near there, but we didn't, as you can see. Very, very simple as well. We need to be closing above these three very important EMAs: EMA 55, EMA 200, and the EMA 100. We definitely have to be closing above it. If it doesn't close above it, I do expect us to be breaking this this green box and go down to this green box, and then most likely Bitcoin is going to be dragged along to the downside as well. So by looking to the traditional markets, it will give you information as well. But like I said, this looks like a bouncy bounce towards the upside rather than the downside. So I still have hope that that we are going to be at least make a small bounce before anything. So yeah, still and if we are looking on the traditional markets, we are still in an uptrend as well. You can see it here. If we make a support line, as you can see, boom. So yeah, still technically higher lows, so nothing going on here. See, as you can see, we still haven't made a lower low. So I'm still not 100% bearish just yet, but things can change very quickly, of course. But yeah, TA perspective, we are still in a uptrend. But yeah, things have to be happening very, very quickly. So this week, we kind of will know the direction. I don't think we have to be looking that far. Either we bounce from here or we break from here, right? I mean, kind of has to happen this week. So most likely we'll be hopefully we'll be making a lot of money this week, because one of those two things are going to be happening. Let's go take a look at expected moves. So expected moves, this is going to be very interesting. The expected moves, well, I would say 9.5k on the top range, and then the low range would be around 8.8, something like that. Let's see what the expected moves charts say. Expected move charts. First standard deviation to the top side is 9,252. Oh, that's quite low. And the bottom standard, the first standard deviation to the bottom side, 8,942. So if this is what I expect, 8,942 would not break this side. So although it would be lower than this one, it would still be holding this green box. So even if we swipe lower to 8,950, it would still not be a break of the pattern, but it would be pretty bad. But it would still not be a break of the pattern. So I don't think it's going to be happening today. I still think that we will most likely get a little bounce. Stokes on the 12-hour chart looks pretty bad, still curling way down. RSI is obviously below, and we will go back up at 9,300. So yeah, 9,300 is going to be a key area. But yeah, like as you can see, divergence here. So yeah, I still believe that we will at least make a small bounce from this area. Let's take a look on the daily. Yeah, daily is pretty bad as well. Stokes are still curling down. HVP is flashed, but it's very low right now on the 3 on the daily. So in the next couple of days. But yeah, I mean, if tomorrow, if we see that the 2-day closes below the EMA 21, that would be very, very bad. So it's maybe tomorrow we will know that we will have to switch over already. But yeah, RSI is in the bearish control zone right now. 9.5 will be for a cross up. So yeah, the green box, that makes sense. Let's take a look on the shorter time frames. 4 hour is still down, but it's kind of wants to curl. Just the kind of wants to. But sentiment and everything is starting to curl up. So yeah, I think we're gonna have a small bounce at least. Let's take a look at the RSI. Yeah, RSI is like insanely low. 9,170 for a cross up, so that's not that far away from here. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think we've covered everything on Bitcoin now, right? Yeah. So what's the plan? Let's wrap it up. The plan is to be making sure that we always think the most negative situation, right? So although I believe that we will have some bullish divergence, so I do believe that in the short term, very short term, we will most likely be heading up back towards the 9.4K. Let's see what happened there. Doesn't mean that it has to be happening immediately now. It's very, very possible that we swipe back to like 9K once again or something like that. Very, very possible. Get some more liquidity, get some more people to be bearish and this and that, and then push back up. But I do believe with the CME gap, we'll be filling it. So around 9.4K, that will be my first target. Second target will be 9,750 in case we break up and above this green box. Then 9,750 is most likely the second target. Further than that, I would not trade, except of course if we break above 9.9K. If we break above this 9.9K here, this level here, switch it, well, not switch it, put in more longs. I would be putting in more longs and aiming towards like 10.5K. If 10.5K, 2550 breaks, then I'll be aiming towards 11.5K and be screaming on the top of my lungs, Bitcoin. I'll be very happy that for the people, for the bulls that have been waiting for so long. It's been years that we haven't had a higher high, guys. It's been years. So it'd be very, very good to see some bullish momentum. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. The market will do what the market wants to do. So other than that, what am I looking at? If we break this green box here below 8,800 area, 8,800-ish area, if we break below this, then it's most likely over. I'll be switching over into a short towards first stop will be around 8K-ish area. Let me put that green box as well. Yeah, this area here. Yeah, most likely going to be lower, like this area. Interesting. Yeah, I would be aiming towards this area here, like immediately, most likely around the 7.7K area, apparently 7.7K. Yes, Bowit. Um, it can happen. That's what Bitcoin does. It shakes out the weak hands, right? But I would prefer to be safe than to be sorry. I'm just a little chicken, like I said. When it comes to trading, I have a specific plan, and I kind of stick to my plan. If it breaks below my green box, I'm like, okay, well, even if it jumps back up, I won't feel any regrets or anything like that. I'm like, well, take the loss like a man and make money on the next trade. That's basically it. I'm not I'm not really concerned about it, because already made a ton of money at the beginning of the month, a little bit of money a couple of days ago. I'm good. If I lose a little bit of money, okay. It happens, man. It happens. But that's how I trade, and that's how I stick to my rules as well. So I define a specific plan, and I stick to it. But yeah, for now, short term, I think we will have a small bounce. Maybe not immediately. It can, like I said, it can swipe down to like 9K once again or something like that. If it does swipe down and breaks this green box here, I'm out, and I'll take the loss like a man, and start thinking about shorting positions. That's basically it. But for now, I'm not bearish at all, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not bearish. This is a falling wedge structure type, so most of the times probability is higher that we break to the upside rather than the downside, right? Let's make this line a little bit prettier there. Yeah, so yeah, short term still aiming towards 9.4k, then we'll reassess. If it does break that level, 9.750 would be my second level, and then I'll be out of my trade and reassess things on a later stage. If we break 9.9k, long it again, go for 10.5k. If 10.550 breaks, long it again, go for 11.5. So that's it. Keep going from box to box, and keep reanalyzing on a daily basis on things. For now, I'm still not bearish, but things will have to start happening pretty quickly, or else that 2-day and 3-day chart is going to be looking very ugly very soon. And also on the weekly chart, we can start seeing some bearish divergence as well on the weekly, and that is actually quite troubling on the weekly. So yeah, if that starts to playing out on the weekly, the bearish divergence, that's not going to be good. Where's the bearish divergence? I'll show it to you. So we made a higher high here. Second. One second. Where is it? Oh, it's here, I think. It's very small though. Yeah, higher high here, and then we made a higher low here, as you can see on the R side. Oh, there. So, boop. Higher high on the. Oy, just my magnet. God damn it. Here. So here we made a higher high on the price and a lower high on the RSI. And if you look at the cheat sheet, higher high, lower high, bearish divergence, right? So if that bearish divergence is going to be playing out on the weekly, that's really bad. That's really bad. But for this bearish divergence on the weekly to be completed, this has to be confirmed as a higher as a local top, right? So as long as this is not confirmed as a local top, then the bearish divergence is not valid just yet. So if next week, if this week, sorry, not next week, if this week the candle doesn't make a higher high, then the bearish divergence is going to be playing out. So that's the reason why I'm telling it kind of has to happen this week, or else the weekly bearish divergence is going to be playing out, and then we're doomed. We're doomed. Then we are doomed. So it's like I said, it's like a domino effect, right? So we have potential weekly bearish divergence that is forming. So if we don't change the situation within this week, that bearish divergence is going to be playing out, and then we're doomed. Or not doomed to it, we're gonna have a serious pullback, and then we're talking about 7.5k. That's that's the serious pullback. If not, if something changes this week and we go back to our 9.8k or something like that, then that bearish divergence is going to be evacuated, like, you know, woof, gone, and then we are surviving for another couple of weeks. So that's basically what the situation is right now. So yeah, I hope. I know it's quite a lot of information that I've given today. So maybe for the guys that that really want to understand how so many things are confluent right now, let me try to recap it a little bit. We potentially have bearish divergence on the weekly, which is basically our main macro scenario that could potentially be breaking, and we have bullish divergence now on the short term, which can basically negate the bearish divergence, right? So whatever happens this week is going to be determining the next area or the next zone. So yeah, we'll see in the next couple of days. But obviously, this week is going to be super important. But for now, very short term, once again, very short term, I'm still bullish because we are on a support zone. I'm in a long from here. I'm looking at 9.4k, fill the gap, and then let's see what happens tomorrow. But it kind of has to tomorrow. Like I said, 2-day chart, 9,215, very important level, critical level. If we close below 9,215, the same thing that we have been seeing the last couple of days, right? You can clearly see Friday, Saturday, Sunday, closing below the EMA 21 on the daily was very bad, and we got that pullback. Same thing is going to be happening if we close below the EMA 21 on the 2-day as well. So yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow. Hope I don't get closed out. Hope I'll make some money, because Daddy needs to buy some new diapers. Okay, guys, all the best, and I hope to see you again tomorrow, same time, same place, 7:30 p.m. UTC +8. Please like, share, comment, and whatever you want to do with this channel. And